Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. We got our loud and local band of the week. This week, it's Low Hums.
But it's too early to tell, too early to tell, too early to tell if it's heaven or hell. Look out.
Our loud and local band of the week, Low Hums. You want more info? Want to find out where they're playing, how you get their music? Just go to the BJ and Migs page of KISW.com.
You can enjoy the sweet psychedelic sounds of Low Hums. If you want to go see them, a bunch of shows are coming up this month, including on the 18th. They're going to be playing with Kinski. That's a great lineup right there. And they're at Alma Mater in Tacoma. 25th, they're over at the Parliament Tavern in Seattle. And then on the 30th, they're at the Southgate Roller Rink.
And if you really want to get a great taste of all the great local bands we got going on here in the area, every Sunday night at 10 o'clock, it's loud and local. 2 hours, all local music from the Pacific Northwest. Great bands like Low Hums. Friday, everybody. Oh, very excited. It's going to be a board game-orama.
Oh, you're just playing board games all weekend, aren't you?
All weekend long, buddy.
Nope, that answers a text we literally just got right now. It says, BJ, are you going to OrcaCon in Bellevue this weekend?
Am I going to OrcaCon? You should ask me, am I not going to OrcaCon for 5 minutes? Because that's about the only
You're basically going right after the show and spending the rest of your life there.
Yeah, pretty much. It'll be all weekend.
So it starts today?
Yeah, the Hilton in Bellevue. That's where it's going to be.
And you can.
Are you staying there? Are you going to get a room?
Actually, my buddy's got a room, but it is really so close. I'm going to store all my games with him.
Oh,
but the Bellevue Hilton is so close to my house. I just will go home.
Okay,
yeah,
nice. That's the perfect thing when you can go back to your own bed and still keep everything there.
Well, I'd rather stay in a hotel, but I got to be frugal. I mean, I can't justify staying in a hotel when I live 10 minutes away. Yeah,
I can justify that.
Yeah,
alcohol.
Yeah. Well, I don't do much drinking. When I game.
No, he's got to focus on his board gaming.
That's right. I got to focus.
Is there money on the line? Like, what's the deal?
No,
with
there's no money.
It's just fun, hang out with some people that love board games as well.
And alcohol has calories, so I'm really trying to be good.
Oh, wow.
I'm really, and it's tough at a con because
that's all I really do at cons is drink.
Yeah, and people like to bring the tasty snacks, and I've got to avoid all that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, good luck with that.
Thanks, buddy.
Let's get to our contestant today. We've got Chris in Olympia to take on Steve. Chris, are you there, sir?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice. What's he playing for today, Steve?
Tickets to the PBR Tacoma Invitational. It's happening over at the Tacoma Dome on Saturday, March 30th. Go to KISW.com for all the details. If you want to check it out, you can get your tickets now at Ticketmaster.com.
All right, Steve, get out of here.
Yes.
For those playing at home, Chris will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Chris, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
No, you know it.
What Disney live-action musical character came from the easterly wind with an umbrella and carpet bag?
Mary Poppins.
Yes. In what year of the early 2000s did they reboot Charlie's Angels?
2007.
No.
2008.
No.
2006.
No. What don't the children need in Pink Floyd's Another Brick in the Wall?
Education.
Yes. What is the name for what an archer carries his arrows in?
Quiver, wasn't it on yesterday?
No, it wasn't. And yes, you're correct.
Okay.
What country borders Guatemala to the north?
Mexico?
Yes. The Great Kazoo was an alien in which cartoon series?
The Great Kazoo. Pass.
Who wrote the book A Brief History of Time in 1988?
Pass.
Chile shares a majority of its border with which other South American country?
Peru?
No.
Pass.
Ran out of time. 4 correct.
Man, Chris was looking like he was going to be the man,
He started really good.
and then he didn't.
Yeah, he didn't finish quite.
Yeah, go figure.
Well, I'm not too sure Steve's going to do much better, though.
Oh, you're thinking it's going to be a close one?
Yeah, it could be. I mean, I haven't heard the rest of the questions, unfortunately, because
Yeah, because he didn't get into it.
so we'll have to see. We'll see how Steve does, because he's a professional, Twitter-verified celebrity here.
Local
Thank you.
celebrity
That's right.
Steve Miggs.
Watch me wrestle this Sunday at the Normanna Lodge, 3:30 for Without a Cause Wrestling. Watch children
Yell and say bad words to Steve.
Yes. Yeah, if you want to hear a 9-year-old say the F word, come on out to Everett this Sunday, 3:30, Without a Cause Wrestling.
They should just put that on the poster.
That would be hilarious. If it's just a picture of a kid
Just
and like a
yelling.
little circle and it just has the F word.
Yeah.
I effing hate you. Without a Cause Wrestling.
Sounds like great advertising to me.
Steve, are you ready?
Oh, yeah!
Which Disney live-action musical character came from the easterly wind with an umbrella and carpet bag?
Mary Poppins. That's
Yes.
Chitty Bang Bang.
In what year of the early 2000s did they reboot Charlie's Angels?
2002.
No.
2003.
No.
2001.
No. What don't the children need in Pink Floyd's Another Brick in the Wall?
Pudding.
No.
Education.
Yes.
They need pudding.
What is the name for what an archer carries his arrows in?
Holster.
No. Well,
A tube.
no. A tube.
And the hole.
No.
In the hole.
What country borders Guatemala to the north?
America.
No.
Miracle.
Mexico.
Yes.
Whatever.
The Great Kazoo was an alien from which cartoon series?
The Flintstones.
Yes. Who wrote the book A Brief History of Time in 1988?
L. Ron Hubbard.
No.
Al Gore.
No.
I tried it.
Walter Mondale.
No. Chile shares a majority of its border with which other South American country?
Peru.
No.
Mexico.
No.
Antarctica.
No. It's
Yeah!
DJ.
Woo!
You called it because they tied
Yeah.
4
Damn
to
Yeah.
4.
Good job, Chris.
Good job, Steve.
You as well. We're both equally dumb.
Yeah, you are. Hang on the line.
Hey, can I give a shout out to Channel 17 down here in Olympia?
Yeah.
Give it a shot.
Right on. It's for the CB radio, Channel 17. What's up, guys?
Oh, CB Radio.
Oh, breaker one.
Oh,
Nice.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
People are still CBing. That's awesome, man.
It's huge, man. It's huge.
So what's Channel 17 all about? Like, you guys give each other a bunch of crap, or like what's going on at Channel 17?
Exactly, Steve. You got it.
And you're in Olympia. Have you had? Do you guys swing by Old School Pizza?
Oh, I love that place. Yeah, it's good.
Best. It's the best.
It's,
Yep.
From what I understand, it's the favorite of Channel 17.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
The
You heard
official
it
sponsor
here.
of
Dude,
Channel
I mean,
17.
I
Old
remember
School
just
Pizza.
messing around. I mean, years messing around with the CB way back, and it was one of the first social media devices I ever had because we
Yeah, you got it, and you don't have to pay anybody to use it. You just have to buy the equipment, and it's free.
It was weird. Now, granted, I think I inadvertently became somebody's lot lizard, but it was still a fun time being on it.
Chris, what's your handle on?
Yeah.
What's your handle on Channel 17?
Hey, White Eagle.
White Eagle.
Oh, I like
Yep.
that.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Who's got the dumbest handle on Channel 17, and what is it?
Mo.
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 And I'll be Curly. That's what I'm going to do. All right, hang on the line.
Right on, guys. You guys just made my day. Thanks a lot.
Oh, right back at you. You made my day, too. I mean, the CB, my buddy and I would play it. My buddy got all the cool stuff with his paper route, and he bought a CB.
Oh, I always wanted one when I was a kid.
And
I fantasized about being in my bedroom talking to truckers.
That's exactly what we did. That's exactly what we did.
Steve, really?
At the time, it seemed normal, Rev.
Okay.
It was really cool. And we would try to pretend we were truckers, and they would get mad at us and tell us to get off.
Dude, you're so not a trucker. You don't even sound like you hit puberty.
Breaker 199, I am so a trucker. No, I'm in my big truck right now.
An archer carries his arrows in a quiver. Chris got that one correct.
Yeah, come on, Steve.
The year of the early 2000s that they rebooted Charlie's Angels, you went all around it. 2000.
Yeah.
And then who wrote the book A Brief History of Time in 1988?
I think Vicky knows this.
Is it Stephen Hawking?
Yes, it is.
Good
Apparently,
job,
somebody
Vicky.
says, how many times is Rev going to use that Stephen Hawking question? Next text. Wow, Rev.
So Steve gets
Stephen
it right.
Hawking question asked 2 weeks in a row.
Well, I can ask it because Steve's not going to get it right. So, I mean, why not keep using it?
Well, you'd hope a listener would. If they're listening like these texters, you call in, that's a bonus question for you.
Yeah, right? And then Chile shares a majority of its border with which other South American country?
Is it Argentina?
It is Argentina.
Oh, look at you.
I'm almost smart.
I was going to say Sinaloa, but I don't even know
What the
if
heck is that?
I think that's in Mexico.
Yeah, that's why I was.
Oh.
Yeah, she's right. I did a report on Sinaloa and totally forgot that it was in Mexico.
Oh, jeez.
It's a geography report I did in 5th grade. Why do I still know that I did this?
5th grade?
I know. Can you believe I remember that?
Was that your first report, Did?
I guess it must have been. It's just stuck out of my
You
head.
guys remember your first book report or anything?
No.
Mine was on race car driver Michael Andretti. No, Mario Andretti. Sorry.
Wow.
Yeah, see, why do those things stick with us?
I have no idea.
I remember wanting to.
And I picked him because he was a fellow paisan.
Hey.
We had one where we had to write what would we do if we were president, and I said I would shut down all the drugstores because I knew drugs were bad, and then my teacher had to explain to me what a drugstore was.
Is that what a pharmacy actually is?
Yeah.
Why can you buy sodas at drugstores? Soda's a drug?
That's when they said, look, Vicky, maybe you want to go into the arts.
When you're 6 years old and people say drugs are bad, and you hear drugstore, what do you think?
Yeah, but you just said this last week, and your teacher had to
So, Rev, you don't remember your first book report?
Really? No.
Wow.
Danny? I really don't.
I don't remember my first book report. I wrote a ghost story.
Was it on the word first?
Probably. No, I wrote a ghost story when I was in 4th grade. That was 10 pages long.
Wow.
It's funny because whenever you send emails, they're still 10 pages long.
It's true. Yeah.
Congratulations.
What was the ghost's name?
I don't think the ghost had a name. It was just about a haunted house and these kids going into it.
Yeah.
And I think
Shocking
I probably
that you
used,
did that.
Yeah, I know, right? I think I used my own name.
Yeah. And then good Charlotte
Danny
called
the
him.
Ghost.
Yeah.
Say, can we write a song about this?
Were you the ghost?
No, I was the kid that was going in and exploring the haunted house.
So, spoiler alert.
Neat.
How did it end up? Was Danny okay, or did Danny die by the hands of the ghost?
I think I ended up throwing rocks at the ghost and they turned to slime, and then that was the end of the story.
You threw rocks at the ghost.
That's how that
Yeah,
works.
I was in 4th grade, BJ.
Jesus.
This
you
is
and
the
Vicky ought to
prequel
get
to
together.
Ghost Butters. Ghost
Butters. Ghost Butters. Right, it's a new episode of South Park. Ghost Butters.
I was just thinking it's like a haunted, Food Network show.
Hey, Carpet, who you going to call? Ghost Butters.
And now we know why Steve didn't win today. Congratulations, Chris, on tying him.
Wow,
Didn't
we-
lose. That's true.
I think we just broke the country. We really, really do.
Ghost Butters.
We're so stupid. I think we just broke the nation. Yeah. Wow. All right. Well, that's just delightful. Steve, now your wife is a big fan of Lifetime movies, especially around the holidays.
Hallmark movies.
Okay, so not the Lifetime.
She likes the ones that end with happy endings, not the ones that start off with a crazy woman killing somebody.
I like stuff with happy endings too.
Yes, as do I, but we don't see eye to eye on those type of movies.
Oh, I see what you did there. Wow.
So yeah, she likes the Hallmark
Okay,
films.
so that I feel a little better about it because Lifetime's in a little bit of trouble because I don't understand how they could do this. This really sucks, and it really effed over some people because this Christmas there's a couple by the name of Sitam and Catherine Allah, and Lifetime pretty much ruined their holidays because Sitam and Catherine took a photo with their kid to send out as a Christmas card, as many families do. And somehow, someone at Lifetime got a hold of this Christmas card and used it in their movie Christmas Harmony. And here's how they used the Christmas card.
Okay.
There's a scene. This woman wants to put that card and another one up on her refrigerator because she thinks they're festive. But the guy that's with her says don't because these pictures are ugly. and they're real people like that didn't give permission to have their photo used.
Okay, well, is he saying that the family's ugly or the card is ugly?
I don't know.
Because I get the vibe from that, and granted, I haven't seen this film. I'm sure it's DVR'd on our thing because it's a Christmas movie. I would imagine that what he's saying is he doesn't want them up because the Christmas cards are ugly.
It just looks like just a family picture. It doesn't look like an actual
Yeah,
Christmas
and the card itself doesn't look really garish. It looks like he's got to be talking about the people, Steve. Like, it's not an ugly-looking card itself.
How low is the budget that they're like, we need Christmas cards? I don't have time or money to make one. I'm going to just use one, the actual card of someone else. They usually have to get clearance for those kind of things.
I know, they didn't. And yeah, I mean, you don't have Christmas cards you can fake around. I mean, that's how low the budget is. You can't just go take quick pictures and do it yourself.
Or take a quick picture of like the cameraman, someone else, and someone in catering, and then print it and say this is a Christmas card.
So the Allahs say that they were embarrassed because friends and family started calling them up and going, "Hey, you're in this movie," and they said you're ugly.
Oh man, I'd be so pumped if they used one of my Christmas cards.
Of course you would. You wouldn't care what they say about you.
Hell no, I'd screenshot it and make it my Facebook cover.
So they didn't give Lifetime permission, so they're suing for all the movie's profits. Joke's on them. How much could they be made? I mean, you're suing for the profits of a movie they couldn't even afford to take their own Christmas pictures. They had to steal your Christmas card. Good luck to you on that one. God, just, it is surprising. I found out, everyone thinks if you're on television, you're rich. And I found out what some people are making who are names. And I was really shocked. Like, they're not making a lot of money that are hosting cable shows, because there's so much shows on television. I don't want to name the name of a show because there is a prominent person that we know from this area that at one time has hosted this show. But I knew another guy that hosted a similar show, or actually the same show. And
was it Ghost Butters?
It was Ghost Butters. He
Thursday
hosted
nights
Ghost Butters
on the Lifetime Network.
And dude, he was just getting into six figures. Like, he was close, like high 90s, small, which granted, that's a good living. But when you think of a television star that's of this person's stature, you would be going, the guy's got to be at least making high six figures. And he was barely getting into he was like high 90s.
It's funny how when we see somebody on TV, you just assume that they're rich. Yeah. So that like even in wrestling, man, there are times I'm watching something and you're like, oh, there's millions of people watching this.
Yeah.
And then you find out that some of those guys are making like 70, 80 grand, which is great. But like, you just think, oh man, they must be making millions.
Yeah. Well, we know Guy Fieri, and of course he's had a lot of great success. He's one of the big successes on that food channel. But
I think he uses that more as a vehicle to make money off of like his products and his restaurants.
It's like a commercial.
Yep.
It really, really is, and I know that's a lot of reason why people do podcasts. I mean, nowadays, of course, you're able to monetize them a lot better. But when Mark Maron first started, it was a vehicle for him to just get more comedy shows because nobody would book him back in the day, really, because,
and now he barely does any comedy shows because he's making enough money from the podcast.
Yeah.
Well, I think the same with the Joe Rogans and the Adam Carollas, too.
Yeah, they started out and it was a vehicle for something else. But now those you've mentioned. We just mentioned three big names in the world of podcasting. But for other people, I think for a guy like Kevin Smith, the podcast is a nice vehicle for him to let everybody know what he's doing. Like, because now there's another Jay and Silent Bob movie I heard that's going to come out.
I think for him it's just a vehicle for him to talk. He loves to talk.
He does love to talk.
And I mean, in a positive way. Like, he loves to just talk about things, and this is something where he gets to have a microphone in front of him and do it.
And he has said that on our show before. He loves our industry. He wishes that this would be a job he'd love to have. And you know what? He went out and gave himself that job.
What was I going to say? I don't know if it's aired yet, but I guess Joe Rogan, he locked in an interview and already did it. I don't know if it's aired on his podcast yet, but with Kanye.
What?
Remember Kanye put a tweet like, no one wants to talk about mental illness and blah, blah, blah. No one wants to ask the real questions. And Joe tweeted at him, he's like, I'll give you the platform. Let's talk.
And Kanye said, yeah.
And they did. I would imagine that's going to be a really fascinating podcast.
Are they going to get baked beforehand?
It's Joe Rogan. I imagine he's going to get baked beforehand.
That's what I mean. It's like, I would listen to it if they were both. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I want baked Kanye or just regular Kanye. Probably regular Kanye would be more entertaining.
I think that they'd probably be the same.
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah.
And it's not out yet.
It hasn't aired yet.
No.
Okay. But I know they recorded it, so it's got to be coming out sometime soon.
That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty big deal.
I think that's going to be a really interesting conversation, whether you like Kanye or not. I think Joe's going to do a good job with it.
Joe's a fascinating cat, man. I mean, because, into the UFC, and he's really into the UFC and knows his stuff, and, it's just that big, violent sport, and yet he's such a chill dude getting baked, It's pretty funny that he's in both worlds like that.
Yep.
And then he's telling people to swallow spiders. The guy's lived quite a life.
I forgot he did Fear Factor.
Yeah. It is time for Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic, you guide the show. 206 421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Whatever you want to talk about, this is your choice to run this show. Your calls, your texts at 917 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose. Brought to you by Car Toys. That's right, Listeners on the Loose. This is where you pick the topic, where you guide the show. Whatever you want to talk about, you have the floor. The forum is yours. The gavel in your hands. Now, you have to do it responsibly, though, because Steve, he does have a rule.
It's to show some energy and bring it, BJ. Otherwise, they will be gone, and we will have to say goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
We got a text message. This person says, Migs, I know you're a fellow Duranimal. Did you hear that Muse covered one of their songs? It's friggin' awesome. Really? So, for those that don't know, and I'm not a huge Duranimal, I'm more of a power station guy. No, I'm kidding. But
Yeah.
Duran fans, I guess, are called Duranimals.
Yeah, I remember that from back in the day, sure.
I only like a few of their songs because it just reminds me of growing up, going to Breezy Point, which was a beach in New York. My buddy Chris and all of our little friends, we would just listen to Duran because it was like cool summertime music. So it brings me back to those times. So that's the only reason why I like Duran.
And look, that was the pop music of my 20s.
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, I wasn't a Duranimal. I don't think I ever saw them live, but yeah, their hits.
I'd go see them live.
Their hits were awesome. I mean, I can't say they weren't.
Oh, Hungry Like a Wolf and what?
Well, that was the one. Yeah,
Rio.
Your name is Rio. Her name. Somebody's name is Rio,
and some other ones too.
Yeah.
Girls on Film was great.
Girls on
Oh
Film.
yeah, I really like that one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Plus the video was really hot.
And they were, I mean, when you think of bands from the 80s that really typify the 80s sound, Duran's right there.
Absolutely.
That is the 80s right there.
Totally.
So Muse has got a cover, and it is of Hungry Like the Wolf. And I guess they did this originally at a French show last September. And after some low-quality videos surfaced of the performance, the band was like, you know what, man, let's do a studio version of this.
That's kind of cool that they paid attention to what their fans were digging. They probably did it because they liked Duran or they thought it would be kind of funny and ironic, and then they're like, people are really digging this. Maybe we should go in the studio and bang it out.
Here's how it sounds. I know it's not super rocking. I know a lot of people probably puking in their own coffee cups, but I like this.
I'm digging this.
Yeah, I like this.
I like that they kept it true in the synth heavy parts, but then if you're really paying attention, there's some crunchy guitars going on.
Yeah, and it's mixed a lot better than what you like from stuff in the 80s. You hate 80s mixes.
I hate 80s production.
Yeah.
80s, the drum sound is the worst, in my opinion, both for metal and for pop. But that sounded, I dug that.
Dude,
I would listen to a whole album of them covering Duran songs.
See, I love that. You know, ever since we interviewed Maynard and found out that actually he was a Devo fan, I just, I had no clue, just watched one of his videos and said, man, there look like a lot of influences from a song called Beautiful World. And he was like, Maynard doesn't get excited, so I think his breath just went up a little, like a bit. But
oh my God, BJ, that was exactly what I was hoping.
And I said, ever since then, I was like, God, I would love Tool or at least Maynard to do a cover of Beautiful World by Devo. I would love to see some of our favorite today bands do some cool tunes of bands that they love.
And it doesn't really deviate much. If you're a Muse fan and you hear that, I don't think you're going to be like, I can't believe they did that version. That destroys their credibility. Because Muse has got it has those kind of elements in their regular songs, in their original composition. So I dug that.
Yeah, it's tough to do a cover, have it sound different, but still not so different that you go, I'll never listen to this.
Right. I never want to hear a band doing a note for note, try and replicate the original version, but you still want it to have a vibe of the original version.
Yeah, I could look on my iPhone, but I'm not going to because it'll take me too long. But there's a guy that does a really nice version of Let My Love Open the Door. You know that song. You don't know that song from Pete Townsend?
How's it go?
Let my love open the door. Let my love open the door.
Oh, yeah,
your heart. Yeah,
I will always say that I don't know a song just to get you to sing it.
Oh, don't be that
Fantastic.
You got him. No, I don't like karaoke or karaoke either.
Karaoke.
Yeah, I don't like karaoke.
So who's covering it?
I can look it up, or somebody can look it up. I have it in my iTunes. It's a really good version, and I didn't. And I you know how I find out about some of these things? I accidentally order them because I'm looking for the original.
Oh, that's funny.
And I'm just like, oh, here's the song, and I'll order it, and I'll go, wait a minute, that's not that guy.
Was it Roger Daltrey?
No,
he's part of the Who.
Did I say is it Daltrey that sings it? I said Townsend.
Oh no, I'm looking at covers, and it says Roger Daltrey covered it in 2015 for a campaign. That's
did he? Oh, did he really? Because I thought it was a Townsend song.
It is.
Okay, all right. So I'm not. So Roger Daltrey did that. I would love to hear his version.
Illuminate, M Ward, Audio Adrenaline.
I'm going to look it up right now. I'm just going to put the.
I bet it's Audio Adrenaline.
Yeah. I found an Eddie Vedder version. That's a live version.
Okay.
So I'm going to see. Let's see how this one is.
Okay.
I'm not surprised Eddie's covering something by Pete Townsend.
Yeah, that's good. I guess Luminate.
The Lumineers?
No, Luminate.
Luminate?
That's what I got.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah. That is. Yeah, it's Luminate called the covers. Oh, I guess they did a whole album of covers. I like that version of Eddie doing that though.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to get that.
Are you playing it on your phone right now?
Is it doing that? Oh, sorry, guys. I didn't know.
I was like, oh, you already got it going. I can pull it up too, but I mean, if you already got it rolling.
No, do your version. Okay. I don't know how to stop these buttons. That's cool. It's a nice version, a little slower.
I don't know this band, though. Yeah, I never heard of him.
I never heard of him either. Accidentally found him out. Now, but I'm going to go see all the rest of there. I didn't know they covered stuff.
Have you heard anything else from this band?
No, that's why I was like, I don't even
do them a solid. At least listen to some of their originals.
Apparently, this one was on the season 2 finale of The Newsroom.
Oh, yes.
So maybe that's where you heard it, and that's why you wanted it.
Well, I heard it, but I wanted the original. That's why. But I accidentally ordered this one. You're right. I didn't know why all of a sudden it was in my head, but you're right. It was that season of The Newsroom.
Speaking of music being used for shows or trailers, Vicky sent me the trailer for The Punisher.
Yeah, season 2, because it comes out next week.
Have you seen the new trailer for that?
I have not yet.
The trailer looks amazing, first of all, and the music that they're using, Alice in Chains, Wood.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
It's perfect.
That makes sense.
Perfect, yeah.
Steve, I mean, gosh, you really, really like gritty you like good shows.
Dude, I've watched a couple of episodes
it's
of
so good.
The Punisher.
And that first season really is good.
I really enjoyed what I watched. I'll be honest, I haven't watched another episode because I just forgot that I was watching it.
That happens.
I know that
sometimes.
sounds terrible, but I don't keep tabs on what I'm watching on Netflix. I almost need to write down, have a notepad and say, what are you watching right now? Because everything else, when it's DVR'd, it just shows up on my DVR. So I'm like, oh, it's the new episode of Lethal Weapon. We need to watch that.
Do you not get that thing, things that you were watching or...
I don't go on Netflix a bunch.
Oh, okay. Because usually whenever I even start a movie, 1 minute, it will stay there for eternity.
I need to be better about that. I need to finish The Punisher because you're right, dude. The show seemed awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited for season 2. There's a lot going on. I'm so behind on shows, but I'll find a way to fit it in there. But it's a lot. I mean, I've heard people from the military say that because he's a former military guy, and there's a lot of military guys involved in the storyline, and a lot of military people say, man, they did it right. They really, really covered it right and respectful. I don't know if everybody in the military feels that way, but I've seen a lot of comments from some people. Wow. And that's an important thing because the message of the last season of The Punisher was a good one about just stuff that happens in the military and how we got to bring our people home and help them acclimate and make sure they get all the help they need because of the horrors that happen when you go and get deployed and get in military situations. The Punisher does a great job with that.
Well, it looks like from the trailer that a lot of ass is going down.
Oh, yeah.
In this upcoming season.
Well, Frank's got issues. I mean, there's no stopping it. Frank is never going to have a peaceful, easy feeling in his life.
It'd be funny if they do one episode throughout the entire season that just messes with the fan base. It's just an afternoon where Frank enjoys his day.
Yeah,
gets some ice cream.
Yeah, that'd be so funny.
Goes sees a movie.
He does nothing. Yeah,
has a nice dinner with a friend.
Yeah,
nothing bad happens.
Nobody dies. Yeah,
and everyone's on the edge of their seat. When's the crap going to go down? And it's just a good day in Frank's life.
Yeah. Yeah. The best thing we've ever seen, at least in the TV show, is Frank got to just work this construction job. That was his happiest, and he never even looked really happy doing it.
No, he was very just constantly working the entire time and just banging at it to just let all the out.
It is amazing that somebody could have an existence like that they're just living like they're an empty shell almost, just doing things over and over again because that just is the only way they can get through. Mm-hmm. That's Frank. That's the happiest he can be. I mean, you really feel better about yourself when you're done watching Frank on The Punisher. Frank Castle makes you feel like, maybe my life's not so bad. Yeah. and he kicks ass. You pick the topic, you guide the show. It is Listeners on the Loose, 206-421-ROCK. By the way, The Punisher is on Netflix soon. You can also text us at 77999. You call us your text at 933 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show at 206-421-ROCK. You can also text us at 77999. Let's go to Michael in Renton. Michael, you are on The Rock.
I think they should bring back history, the old history, back to the school so kids can learn about the topics and our heritage and the Southern heritage.
Uh-oh. I'm a little worried about this. I don't know if
folks just don't
I don't know if I want to go further with this call because I really feel like
it's Friday, man.
Yeah, I don't. Have a good day. All right, there you go, buddy. Wow, that
good
was
on you. I hope it all works out for you.
I want to learn all the yummy recipes from down south, like Louisiana cooking.
I would love some gumbo right now.
Yeah.
I just love Rev's face right now. It was great.
Was that what he was talking about?
I don't think
Rev
so.
put him through.
Yeah.
But he was just talking about sort of thing. I mean,
are you?
You turned your own microphone off.
I know I did that.
Jesus. Okay. I know it's Friday, but can we try to at least, for the rest of the show be professional?
No.
All right.
Let's talk about more important things.
I'm on
life.
Here's the thing, though. You know where it's going when someone goes, I'd like to do this, and then they just slip in the word Southern heritage, and you go, okay, buddy, come on. Yeah, you know where it's going. Yeah, you know what's happening. No one wants to hear that conversation, pal. Okay,
that's what I use from now on. Whenever I get annoyed with someone's
yeah, just the old fart drop.
Yeah,
I actually, if you do, I would rather you use the Steven. I mean, that's the best one if you ask me. Yeah. That to me will really stop somebody in their tracks.
Fair
yeah. 206-410. And also, his energy wasn't the greatest.
No.
Yeah. See, we told you to bring energy. And you really need to start on a high note.
Once you said the Southern, I'm like, oh boy, here we go.
Well, just in general, I mean, do we need to teach history to kids? I think we need to teach kids on how to do math and do their budget and how to cook and how to take care of themselves and how to be in relationships. That's what we should teach in school. My God. I mean, do we need to teach like cursive handwriting anymore? Nobody's going to write anything anymore. Everything is going to be typed out by your thumbs. Seriously. I mean, and this guy wants to bring back, I got news for you. I learned all about Massachusetts history. It does me no damn bit of good here in the Pacific Northwest. None whatsoever. Stupid.
I took classes in women's studies. I know nothing about women.
Yeah, well.
Gosh.
You took classes in women's studies so you could learn about how
chicks.
to get
Didn't work
women.
out. Yes.
That's why you did it.
Somebody wants to know what our thoughts are on the petition that's going on right now to have a SpongeBob song to be used in the Super Bowl.
Yes.
All the yes.
Oh my God!
It's like you mean the theme song?
No, a certain song which I didn't realize we used quite a bit on the show.
Oh, really?
Song. Yeah, you'll find out when.
Okay, well, I get. Oh, here it is, right here. Yeah, it's a song called "Sweet Victory," and over 1 million people have signed this petition.
Yeah,
I would like to tell our last caller, this is what people care about.
This is what we care about.
Yeah, they don't want anything about history unless it's SpongeBob under the sea history, especially amphibious history. I'd like to have more talk. Wow, and the reason being is because, and this did happen last year. The creator of SpongeBob did pass away
at a young age. Too.
Yeah, that is unfortunate because he created a fantastic character. And it's too bad he doesn't get to live a little longer, but he didn't. But at least he had a great life. Sweet Victory is a song SpongeBob performs at halftime of the Bubble Bowl.
Yep.
Oh, I've never seen this.
Now think beat Migs, BJ. I use that as one of my victory songs.
So I think, will you guys be happy if anybody performs it?
Yeah.
Okay,
Maybe they just do like a little clip of it would be funny.
Who's the band? Is it Maroon 5 that's playing at the halftime?
I think you're right. Yeah.
Dude, Adam Levine, say what you will about Maroon 5. That guy's got pipes.
Yep.
he would crush this song.
That would be, you know what? Why not? You know, they're trying to make the Super Bowl be like for everybody. If 1 million people have signed this, I got to be thinking if I'm the NFL, I have got to entertain this idea. I don't know if it's too late now, but if not this year, next year. Mm-hmm. Why not? I agree. I agree with 100%. You everything else they're doing to make it for everybody who's not a huge fan.
I'd rather hear that than moves like Jagger.
Yeah.
Right? And you know they're going to play that song. If they're playing at the Super Bowl halftime, they're going to play their biggest hits.
It's too bad. I mean, unless we get surprised, Steve, and you're right, Adam Levine is cool enough that if he heard about this and had enough time that they could do something, they would. I just don't know if they have enough time. You know
Somebody
better.
Says I just signed that mofo. The petition.
I think it's a great song.
Figure it out. Do they have plenty of time?
Yeah, you know better than me. I don't know.
They can figure out how to play that song 5 hours before they even perform it.
And it's a great episode.
They should do it then. They really should do it.
It's one of the best.
Yeah, it's
one of the best episodes.
It's one of the original, like, from when SpongeBob first started, and it's a great episode all the way around.
And literally, why wouldn't you want to play a song from the greatest show ever created?
Right.
And not for nothing, it's a great sounding song compared to
not from Monday Night Raw. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. That's actually, when you think about that song, it sounds pretty damn good. When we think about the Axl song we heard for Looney Tunes, it seems like they put more time into the Sweet Victory song for SpongeBob.
One texter says, I remember when that episode first aired. That song changed my effing life.
Yep.
Damn.
Boy. Now, but
sounds like a Journey song.
Would you announce it, or would you surprise people with it?
I think, no, at some point, Adam Levine needs to disappear and then come back out dressed as SpongeBob SquarePants and then sing the song. If he has any respect for music, he will do that.
Yeah. That would be cool.
How funny would that be?
That would be cool.
And now to pay tribute to the creator of SpongeBob, here's Adam Levine dressed as SpongeBob SquarePants singing Sweet Victory.
I think it's a great idea, and I think it also fits in to what the Super Bowl is trying to do. They're trying to be cool. They're trying to appeal to everybody.
That appeals to everyone.
Yeah, you can't ignore 1 million signatures. And how many people raised their kids like Danny, like Vicky on SpongeBob? A lot of people did.
My dad's in his 50s, and he still watches SpongeBob every night.
So what's the whole premise of this episode that he had to sing Sweet Victory?
So Squidward loves music, but he's never really been really great at it, and so he was bragging to his friend Squilliam, who's, a very talented musician.
Squilliam Fancy Pants.
Exactly. And he's like, oh, if you're so great, then you should perform for me at this Bubble Bowl thing. So he's trying to scramble and get this band together to perform, and they're all sucking. So he goes up. He's like, oh, this is going to be awful. And then they surprise Squidward on sounding this amazing.
Because SpongeBob comes in and is
he's like, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, let's do this.
Yeah, we're going to practice all night long. They practice, and then they go and they race to the Bubble Bowl, and it's actually humans at an actual Super Bowl type thing, and they're the band, and it's fantastic.
And then Squilliam has a heart attack, and he gets taken off by a stretcher, and Squidward finally gets a win.
And he jumps up, and it's all victory, and it's like, yeah, SpongeBob did it! Squilliam did it! Yeah!
It does sound like a SpongeBob episode. It does.
It's the best episode.
Yeah. I never saw that one.
I haven't seen a single episode of SpongeBob SquarePants.
Dude, you're missing out.
You've seen just probably 1 or 2 less than I have. Yeah. And it's nothing about the show. It just was past my time.
Yeah.
My kids weren't into it, and I, therefore...
I'm a Baby Shark kind of guy, personally.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, good for you.
Oh, geez. Just saying that guy, that's stuck in my head.
Yeah.
That's like one of the most popular songs out right now.
The worst.
Yeah.
I send it to Rev almost every day just to
What's
get
it
stuck in
from?
his
Is it a
head.
show called Baby Shark?
It's some music video somebody did on YouTube.
Oh, so it's not even like a show.
It doesn't look like it.
See, YouTube's not helping.
That's what it's in the Billboard 100. It debuted at number 32 on the Billboard charts.
Okay. I
song.
don't know if I've heard this song.
Rev, do you have Baby Shark?
Do I?
Well, we need BJ to hear it.
I just sent it to you.
Okay.
Baby shark, baby shark. Mommy shark, mommy shark, mommy shark,
and now it's stuck in your brain.
Mommy shark.
Oh, and so
Daddy shark,
Are you serious?
Daddy shark, daddy shark.
Okay.
And they do bigger bites for the dad because they're pretending their arms are shark mouths.
Okay. Dude, this is baby people. This does not appeal to me at all.
I sent this to my cousin. She's got 2 little girls, and she's like, thank you. That's all they're going to want to watch for the next 3 days.
Yeah.
Kids love this stuff.
Please shut it off.
Baby Shark.
See, you know
How
what?
many views does that have?
iMovie has ruined the
Do
world.
you really want to know?
2 billion?
Yeah, that's 2 billion.
I've never seen a video on YouTube have 2 billion.
It has almost 5 million thumbs up.
Wow. It has a million thumbs down. I'm part of that.
It's got to be all wannabe mommies. I mean, really. I mean, how can you like that video unless you just...
It's all kids.
It's
It's
kids.
kids watching it over and over and,
And
over
Vicky.
and over and over
Well,
again.
And
I mean,
Vicky,
Vicky is a kid.
I do it to piss it off. I played it for my mom and I
When's
started
Muse
dancing
going to
behind
cover
her.
that?
No.
That's what I want to know.
At the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I think,
Oh my gosh,
Santa's-
2 billion views of that, man.
See, that's why I don't know. I think
What
I gotta go live in the jungle.
What kind of check do you get for that kind of views?
Well,
About 350.
You better be getting 7 figures for that.
I mean, wow. One person says, I'd rather hear Yoko Ono.
I think we were.
Does cruel and unusual punishment mean anything to you guys? Turn that off.
Oh,
James
dude.
Corden covered it too, like piano style, baby.
James, oh, did he really?
Yeah,
Of course he did.
With Sophie Turner from Game of Thrones.
Of course
it was
he did.
freaking awesome.
No, it wasn't.
One person says, my daughter's probably 30,000 of those views. You guys are going to hell for playing that. How many views does James Corden have on this?
Over 5 million.
Wow.
Yo.
Hey, look,
I bet if we all cover it, we could get maybe 100 views. That'd be a lot.
What if we do it with some sun chips? We might get more.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I'm already over 8 million on that now.
Yeah, so we has to involve sun chips, whatever we do.
I feel like Steve would be Daddy Shark. You'll be Grandpa Shark. Danny
Thanks.
will be Mommy Shark. Rev can be Grandma Shark, and I'll be Baby Shark.
No, you know what you're going to be? I got a word for you. I
Where's
can't use it on the
Farty
radio
Shark?
Oh, Farty Shark is Rev.
Yeah.
Rev should
That's
be
after
Farty
the
Shark.
credits go.
Yeah. Yeah, just lots of bubbles. That's all you'll see.
Who's that by? What's the...
I have no idea.
Stuck in her head. And
Is it
that's
ping
gonna
pong? I
happen.
saw this thing said ping pong.
Pink Fong Kids Songs and Stories.
What?
Fong.
Oh, okay.
I think it's like a Korean group of people who make baby music.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And they
Wow.
just
Yeah.
pump out a ton of
So
these
what's their
things.
next song? Prepubescent cow or something? I mean, do
they have it all? Do they have it?
Moo, 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 moo,
Moo, moo, moo.
Prepubescent cow.
All right.
Oh, they have a Pop Pop Polar Bear song.
No.
No, thank you. How many views does that have? That better have just 5.
That one has 167,000.
Yeah, exactly.
After months of my 7-year-old playing that damn song, I finally got out of my head. Now you guys do this to me. Thanks a lot, jerks.
I am so happy that I
Sorry.
don't know that song. I heard of it, but I never listened to it. This is the first time I heard it.
Honestly,
I escaped.
I've heard so many people reference it. That's all I knew was that it's been a pop culture reference.
Yeah.
I never heard the song until
My
now.
wife knows how much I hate it and just texted me, I'm so sorry.
What's the gummy bear song? Someone saying play the gummy bear?
That's old school. I had that as my ringtone when I had the Razor flip phone.
I'm sorry, but this is
I'm a gummy bear.
all this is
That's Barbie Girl.
Something like that.
See, this is all Barney.
What is happening?
This is just all Barney from back in the day. I love you. That was the one we had. Oh, please,
I
no.
think I'd rather Baby Shark.
Yeah, Baby Shark's better than this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Hey, Vicky.
Hey.
Yeah.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
No, Patrick, it's not.
Oh, it's
I'm just bringing it back to SpongeBob.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mayonnaise an instrument?
Okay. You know what? Why don't you guys do a podcast and then leave the room now and try? So Steve and I don't have to be witness to this. All right. Well, you know what? I got a question, and it has nothing to do with Vicky or Danny. God dang, Steve.
Oh, apparently Leo from Frogleaf Studios, according to one texture, did a metal
Baby Shark?
He did a metal version of Baby Shark.
All right, we'll have to get that someday, right?
If Rev can make it happen quick, that'd be pretty cool.
All right.
To cleanse our palate
Okay, you
of
have
this
it, Rev?
crap.
All right, Rev is looking. He's doing.
I'm trying.
He's trying.
All right, let's see if this works here.
Okay.
All right, this is so much better.
Oh, that's much better.
I love that he dresses up as a shark while he's playing, too.
Here we go, baby.
There you go, Leo.
He turned into a Faith No More song. That is amazing.
That is unbelievable.
That's great.
All right, use that instead.
It's kind of worth having Baby Shark exist so that we can have that version.
Yeah. And Leo went full bore. Man, that guy, I hope he's making big money off of doing these covers.
I hope so, too. He's definitely having fun doing them, though.
How many views does he have on his, Vic?
1.6 million, a little over that.
He needs more.
Yep.
Still, 1.6 million is nothing to sneeze at.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Again, if you put sun chips in there, it would have been huge. All right, here's a question for you. What do Ryan Castle and showering have in common? I'm going to tell you at 9:52 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. He's the drunk in charge. Now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and showering have in common?
I stay golden.
Oh,
thank you, R. Kelly.
Yeah. Whoa.
Ouch.
Damn, R. Kelly.
It smells like R. Kelly's sheets.
Wow. I think we need to review.
Isn't that for that Macklemore song?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's right. Steve enjoys both with a beer.
All right.
Steve enjoys doing both with his hockey team.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, joining Ryan Castle with the hockey team is the greatest thing you could ever have.
Yeah.
And Steve's wife wishes that he would do one more than the other.
Ooh.
I shower plenty.
That's what she's saying.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yes.
Hey, Ryan. See you in Everett on Sunday.
All right. We'll have to shower afterwards.
Here's the problem. I don't think you guys should. This is going to be tough for a lot of us, including me. Dermatologists are saying we shouldn't be showering every day. Not good for our skin, even though 75% of us do it. We shouldn't. Yep.
Where am I going to drink beer then?
That's a good point.
Isn't it funny? I mean,
where am I going to go to the bathroom?
Yeah. Oh,
You can do all that on the
one.
toilet.
Number one.
Don't waffle stomp your way to victory. We
Number
don't need that.
one. Sorry.
Yeah.
God, the waffle stop. That's great.
That's disgusting.
I can
like
thank Vicky
Steve.
for
I
that.
do have plans this weekend now.
Yeah.
Saturday.
Okay, you know what? After
Waffle
this,
Stomp Saturday.
I don't care what they say. After this, I need a shower. Ryan Castle, he is up next. He's got your morning 12-pack.
BJ and Migs play of the day.
I don't know if this would be kind of crazy bitch status, but I want to go to there and be like, I just want a refund.
Western Justice. We go old school. And I dress up as my cowboy outfit.
Yes.
And I walk in there and I'm just like, I hear we have a problem, ma'am.
You know what, Vicky? I will pay you the $200 if you just have Steve walk in his old cowboy outfit. Even if she doesn't pay you, just to see Steve walk in with his fake guns. I'm here to settle a debt.
This right here is a failure to communicate.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. If I file for bankruptcy, do I have to appear in court? That makes me nervous.
Going to court is never something that's easy to do. However, when you file bankruptcy, you usually only have to attend one hearing at the courthouse. Of course, I'll be there with you. And when you go to court, it's not before the judge. It's actually with the trustee or the trustee's attorney. One of the things that's critical in a bankruptcy is that you give your attorney and the court all of your information. You list all of your assets and all of your creditors. That's what we're trading for your discharge, is your true and honest disclosure of your assets and liabilities. And so the court hearing is just usually about a 5-minute deal where you show up and reaffirm and swear that all the information you've given the court and your attorney is correct.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.